Hello, my friends. How are you doing? I made it. Okay, I'm just putting some lotion in my hands. How are you doing, my friends? Um, Let me see what happened here. Let me see if anybody is in the house. How are you? I am inside of. Am I inside of the group? Tell me I am. Okay. How are you? Today we have a really nice topic to talk about that I've been kind of crafting it for you. How many of you have coffee? I live on coffee all day long. Mm. I have my coffee. You have your water, your little cup of wine, anything you feel like drinking. This is a meeting for mommies and me, for us, trying to accomplish goals together. So let me see who is around here. Can you let me know if you are here? Let me know. Type your name below. Um, Let me know where you are watching from. If you are here in Cincinnati, if you're in Ohio, if you are in, I don't know, wherever you are, New York, California, Indiana. We have a lot of friends coming from outside of our city. So welcome for our new families. My name is Ana Yavorsky. I'm the person behind the Spanish Plated program. Hello there. If you can type your name, that would be very, very helpful. If our friends don't get the chance to watch this video right now, but you do watch it later, can you please type below? Don't forget to type below um, who you are and where you're watching from. So we have Autumn here. Hi, Autumn. Autumn. How are you doing? Well, today we wanted to start with the goals that we have for our early language learners. First thing I wanted to talk about is the settings of the goals that we need to have in place in order for or in order to accomplish the goals that we have, right? So most of the families I work with, they always come and they say, I want my children to speak Spanish. I want my child to be able to understand the language. I would like really my children to be able to speak it. And I said, that's beautiful. So how can you make it happen? Are you Do you have a teacher? Do you have a language school? Where is she going to school? Are you teaching your child at home? He said, well, yeah, I speak some Spanish. My husband speaks some Spanish, and we try a little bit here and there. And I said, okay, so what's your goal, right? And then we start kind of talking about it. A goal, it's completely different than having a desire and a wish, right? A wish and a desire that you want your child to speak the language, understand it, and be able to communicate. It stays as a wish if there are not things put in place to make it happen, and that's in anything, right? Now, talking about goals, I know many moms that I have talked to, they have they're worried about things that they don't know how to do it and how to make it happen. And I always tell them we have to break things down and put them in a goal settings, something small, something tangible, something that can happen during the time. Put a goal, not just like today I'll do it now and then next week I don't do anything. We have to kind of break it down into little chunks of time, little goals to accomplish the long term. Now, right now, we are talking about early language learners. That is between maybe 18 months old up to 5, 6 years old. Why? This is where most of the language for little ones is accomplished with less struggle, where everything kind of it gets absorbed without too much problem, too much. We have to work to make it happen, but it's not too much resistance from the child. It's more accepted. So I focus a lot into this age group because they are sponges where they are, but we can make the magic happen with them a lot sooner than when you have children who are older and they already have a pattern of thinking, a vocabulary and a language already set in place. It's not impossible, it's not difficult. I learned the language when I was an adult, and it's possible. It just has a lot more into it to make it happen. Now, a goal for a child or for you that you want to teach your child at home, or if you're a mom, you are going to be in charge, or if you are a teacher, you really want those little ones to be able to learn the language, then we need to put a goal in place. And I use something called SMART goal. Okay, and I don't know if I have my I had a paper here so I can write it down for you. A SMART goal is it's just something simple that is going to help us kind of break down how we want to make this happen. I don't have my marker here, but it's okay. I'll just tell you. So, SMART goal stands for S for being specific. We need to be specific to what we would like to transfer or teach our children. Let's say we have a week or 2 weeks where we would like to share and teach the language to our children. So what are you going to be focusing on? What is the specific thing you want to teach them? Could it be colors? Could it be numbers? Could it be specific questions? Could it be parts of the house? Or maybe family members? Okay, so you have to be very specific about what you would like to teach. Number 2, it is, I just wrote them down here, something that has to be measurable, okay? So it's SMART, letter M, measurable. You have to be able to measure what you have been trying to accomplish. For example, let me see. How can you measure something like that? You can measure by um, playing a game with them and see if they already know the words that you wanted to teach them. Let's say you wanted them to learn some sentences, just very short sentences, and you wanted to know if they understand those sentences or if they understand those questions. Then what do? You also can measure that because you already have something specific. Okay, so you need to make sure they are measurable. Number 3, letter A for SMART. Remember, we are in SMART. Letter A is for being ambitious. Now, ambitious comes for the desire of teaching a little more than the basics. The basics, for example, are colors. Today we're going to learn 4 colors: yellow, red, green, and blue. But when you know that your child already has some of that, down, they already know, then you are going to still use that vocabulary, but you are going to add something else. Let's say you add another word: el pato amarillo, el pato rojo, el libro azul, el lápiz verde. You start adding a little bit more, another word which is attached to the goal that you have during that week, let's say. Okay, so it's good to practice the challenging part. Challenge your child a little bit more. Challenge yourself to do it a little bit more. Now, letter R is for realistic. Being realistic means that, if you're going to try teaching the colors to your child, you're not going to go for all the palette colors that is in a palette with all the colors from pink, light pink, and violet, and purple, light purple, blue, light blue. Don't go over that. Try to go to the basics, a little bit basic, but don't leave the challenge outside. Let me see, somebody is just here interrupting. I just put do not interrupt. Okay, so be realistic. Don't try 100 words, try 10. When your child has mastered those 10, you add 10 more. Okay? Yeah, and the last one for the SMART technique or the SMART strategy is time. you need to make sure you put a timeline into your goal, into this small goal. Okay, let's say you try colors or animals, zoo animals, or parts of the house. Make sure you put yourself a time frame where you are going to work during the week. Let's say 1 week, and you try that week the same vocabulary and the same play time, the same activity, the same book, anything that you have put into place to be the goal for the week. Okay? At the end, you will be able to measure if the book you were reading, the vocabulary you were trying to accomplish, if the zoo animals that you have been showing them, you are going to see that they master those words or that vocabulary or that book, anything that you have set in place. So those are the things that need to be in place to be able to set a goal. Now, because we are talking about early language learners, um, the main goal when you are working with little children is not that they can make up long sentences. The goal is not that they can make the right question, use the right structure. There is no grammar involved. There is nothing. It's like when you are teaching or speaking English to your children, you are not telling your children, or the adjective goes first or before the noun, or you need to put the verb after the noun. You don't tell that to your child at all. You just speak to them. You just show them things that need to be, shown and worked with. Um, so that's what I wanted to kind of clarify for you. If the child understands what you're talking about, if the child starts recognizing things that you have been showing them, if the child is able to say some words about, or reply to you with the things that you have been trying to teach them, then it's when you see that your goal for the week has been accomplished. Okay? For an early language learner, the thing that we need to really get into is understanding what are surrounding them, being able to listen and stop and think, okay, I know what she's talking about, and maybe, coming back with some words. Now, if the child is in an environment that is completely monolingual, and you are the only one trying to teach in Spanish, then what you have to do is you have to be a little more consistent. The goals for a family who is practically monolingual trying to teach Spanish from the goals that are from another family who are bilingual and they are really trying to speak the language to the child all the time, those are different goals. That will be two different sets of vocabulary. Those are going to be different types of sentences or commands that you would like to teach them. So it just have to, it's going to go exactly where your needs as a family are placed. So this is what is regarding about goals. Now, if you have a pen and a piece of paper, I have just my notebook. I'm gonna show you here. This is how we do it. Let's see. You have, for example, this week. Okay. Um, if you can try from the Monday through Sunday, that's fine. Today is Wednesday. If you go from Wednesday to Wednesday, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to make sure you know what you want to accomplish. Okay. So let's say Wednesday to Wednesday. Number 1, SMART. Smart. Okay. S is for specific. So what is one thing that is specific for you that you would like to teach them right now? from Wednesday to Wednesday. What do you think you would like to teach your child? Something that they don't know. Let's say the names of the family members. Family members. Okay. So you say, okay, the name of the family members. Then you have mama, then you have papa, then you have abuela, abuelo, tía, tío, prima, primo. Okay, so you can select a word, let's say 10 words. Now, M, measurable. Do you think these 10 words can be measured by you? They are, right? What can you do to make it measurable? At the end of the week, you're going to be able to go through all these words, maybe some images that you can find on Google, and then you just ask them, let's see, ¿dónde está mamá? ¿Dónde está papá? ¿Dónde está abuela? ¿Dónde está abuelo? Right? So you already are putting a simple question with the vocabulary you are trying to teach your child. And if your child is able to say, mamá, papá, abuela, abuela, tío, tía, then you have been able to measure that goal. Now, letter A is for ambitious, okay? Let's say you already put this, your child knows this. Then what do? You start adding more. Let's say, well, cuñado, yerno, you don't have to put that. Maybe you can add vecino, which is neighbor, vecina. You can add amigo, amiga, and then you just keep adding. You just become ambitious because you keep adding some new vocabulary to this goal. Okay. Number 4, yes, this is specific, measurable, ambitious. Letter R is realistic. Okay. So when we talk about realistic, is remember I was going to yerno or cuñada or cuñado, which are your in-laws. Oh, diga hola. Which are your in-laws. Then, maybe the child is not going to comprehend exactly what that means. Because not even in English they're going to be able to. A ver, deme eso acá. Deme. No. Oops. Okay.
The dark side of having goals.
Where did we go? Here. Ya, vaya un ratito para allá. No. Okay, so then it's realistic, right? You are not going to add words that are not going to be specifically for them at this point. And realistic also, you are not going to add vocabulary with 100 words, okay, or long sentences. And the last one is a time frame. So what is a time frame for you? For early language learners, basically, if you work three times a week, 3 or 4 times a week for a short period of time, during a week, 1 week, you can accomplish this specific goal. Okay, 10 words in a week, perfect. Now, if you do these exactly how we have broken it down, for every single thing you would like to work with your child, then after a year, that will be 52 weeks, right? 52 weeks. You will have 52 weeks where you have been helping your child to get more vocabulary on a regular basis. Okay, so it's 1 week at a time. If you have to rinse and repeat because your child is forgetting things, then you go ahead and do it. So that is a way how you can write down a goal. Yeah, write down a goal, a specific goal for your child. Now, right now, we just took an example of the names of a family. You know, the family, mama, papa, abuela, abuela, abuela. How about questions? Questions like, ¿quieres leche? Let's see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and you would like during that week, you would like to accomplish a set of 5 questions that you are going to ask your child. So you tell your child, if you're monolingual, quieres leche means if you want milk, then you ask the same question during 7 days. For 7 days. If they already know leche, ask the same question 7 days. ¿Quieres agua? ¿Quieres? Um, you can even add dormir. It doesn't matter. It can be just words that you can use during the week that you usually ask your child during the day. ¿Quieres agua? ¿Quieres leche? ¿Quieres dormir? Could be, ¿estás cansado? Are you tired? ¿Estás cansado? ¿Estás cansada? Um, one more. ¿Quieres comer? ¿Quieres comer? Okay? Oops. I just dropped my. Okay, so you have, it can be another week. You have 5 questions that you would like your child to know what they mean. So the first time you tell them what it means, if you're one of the monolingual families trying to teach them, you say, quiere leche means, do you want milk? Maybe you can print, you can write quiere leche in a paper, and you can get just quiere leche, and then you draw, you get from Google, you can get a picture. Quieres agua, and then you draw some water here. You can get a picture from water. Quieres dormir, and then you find a picture from the child who is sleeping. Estás cansado, and then you find a picture of your child who is, or any child who is tired. And quieres comer, you can put a picture of a child who is hungry. Okay, so you can just have this as the goal for the week. I would like my child to learn and understand and answer to me to these questions. ¿Quieres leche? The first time you explain to them what that means, and the second time you just go, ¿Quieres leche? And maybe you just point the picture. ¿Quieres agua? And then you point the picture. Do you want water? ¿Quieres agua? If you do it 7 times during that week, because you have your little cheat sheet here, then your child at the end, you're just going to say, ¿Quieres agua? ¿Quieres dormir? ¿Quieres sangre? And your child is going to reply, yes, yes, sí, 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 sí. Okay, so that's your goal. That's the time, and it has to be only in little chunks. Okay, so I hope that is helpful to you. This is how we write down goals, weekly goals. And at the end, maybe if you want to have a goal for a whole month, you just chunk it down. This week I would like my child, or I would like to practice with my child this. Second week, third week, fourth week. During the month, you have another goal, which is a full set of words, sentences, and different commands, different things that you would really like to accomplish. And then you evaluate. That's the beauty of writing things down, because you can evaluate. Okay, I wanted to do this. Did I do it correctly? Did I do it every day? Did I do it? Did I take the time to make these pages, or get those pictures and show them, or show them the pictures? Did I really take the time to do this? How many times did we practice? Did we practice 5 minutes every day? Or during the day, I just spread like 20 minutes within, different times. So you can measure if you write down what you would like to accomplish. Okay? Well, you let me know if this is something that can be helpful to you, if this is something that you might be interested in even doing, because I know here our group is meant to support each other with ideas on how we can improve the speech and understanding of the language for our little ones, for our early learners. So if you have any advice that you would like to share, feel free to type it below. I would love to read it. And well, I guess I will see you next time, okay? Talk to you later and have a nice rest of the day. Bye bye.